When Prince Harry and Meghan stepped back as senior members of the royal family and fled the UK after a torrent of abuse from the UK media and the firm, from William, Charles, Kate, and Camilla, my family, we saw how the tabloids were angry. They were pissed and they vowed revenge on Harry and Meghan. They said, and I quote, Harry and Meghan can expect no mercy following decision to go rogue and quit. Coming from the tabloids, they were busy abusing Meghan throughout her pregnancy. Somehow, they were angry that they were both living together. Because in their minds, only Meghan would leave. They were angry. And to this day, they are still angry that Harry and Meghan fled the UK. Stepped down as senior members of the royal family. And my family, right now also, after Harry and Meghan have ended their deal with Spotify, basically what was announced just yesterday, it was said Spotify and Actual Audio have mutually agreed to part ways and are proud of the series we made together. The two parties, Spotify and Actual Audio, said in a joint statement. And my family, apparently, one so-called executive at Spotify is not happy about Harry and Meghan leaving the platform. My family, one executive at Spotify is not happy about Harry and Meghan leaving their platform. My family, that person's name is Bill Simmons. And my family, Bill Simmons' platform, The Ringer, is owned by Spotify. And he is Spotify's head of global sports content. And my family, he has been yelling profanities towards Harry and Meghan, perhaps to promote his own podcast. My family, here is what he said. Kindly allow me to just kindly say this. He called Harry and Meghan F-word grifters. You know, that's what he said. I can't make you hear the clip because it contains some abusive profanities that I can't show you. But here's what he also kindly said. That's the podcast we should have launched with them. I gotta get drunk one night and tell the story of the Zoom I had with Harry to try and help him with a podcast idea. It's one of my best stories, Simmons said. And my family, also, here's what he said in January, also attacking Harry in January. He said, and I quote, he was embarrassed he had to share Spotify with Harry. That's what basically Simmons said. My family. And he also sent threats to Harry. He said, I'm so tired of this guy. What does he bring to the table? He keeps giving interviews. Who cares about your life? You were not even the favorite son. I can't stand him. I can't stand Harry. Bill Simmons has said, my family, about Prince Harry. And my family, first of all, can you blame Harry and Meghan for ending their deal with Spotify if this is the rhetoric from one of its so-called executives, Bill Simmons. If this is the rhetoric, can you blame Harry and Meghan for ending their deal with Spotify? My family, here is what I'm getting based on the abusive comments that are being made by Bill Simmons. Here is what I'm getting. What I'm getting is someone who is disgruntled, pissed off, and angry that Harry and Meghan have the freedom to choose, freedom to decide. That Harry and Meghan are nobody's prisoners, not the royal family's prisoners, and not Spotify's prisoners. Clearly, from the moment Meghan signed with WME, which assumed representation, my family, of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex and Archwell. From the moment that happened, clearly, my family, things were going to change. And clearly, my family, based on what I'm learning, Meghan and Harry have been negotiated, a better deal by WME with a different platform. And someone is angry. Bill Simmons is pissed off and is very, very angry about that. And my family, don't forget one thing, that WME, the powerhouse agency team, was meant to focus on building Meghan's global enterprise, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And clearly, my family, based on what I'm seeing right now, clearly, WME must have gotten Harry and Meghan a better deal elsewhere, on a different platform. Based on what Meghan said and WME, is that Meghan is continuing her archetype podcast on a different platform. However, we have not been told what platform is that. And based on the reaction from this executive, Bill Simmons, clearly the guy is pissed off. The guy is angry because he knows Harry and Meghan have signed with a different platform. He knows what has happened, and he knows Harry and Meghan have gotten another deal, a better deal. And clearly, some people are angry about that. And that person is Bill Simmons. And my family, I have done my own research about Bill Simmons. And one thing about those who target and abuse Harry and Meghan, my family, don't think that they're telling the truth, because they are not. Those people are full of hate deep inside of them, and also are very much racist. And guess what? I did my own research once again about this Bill Simmons guy, and look at what I found about him. Now, my family, Bill Simmons did a racist rant on LeBron James, and he even was blasted for his racist rant by someone called Rich Paul, who's dating Harry and Meghan's friend Adele. My family, allow me to read you what has been reported by Clutch Points, a website called Clutch Points, my family. And I quote the headline: Rich Paul blasts Bill Simmons' racist rant on LeBron James' decision. Don't expect to hear LeBron James and Rich Paul chopping it up on the Bill Simmons podcast anytime soon. Not that you were. The most infamous written reaction to LeBron James' decision free agency announcement in July 2010 came courtesy of Cleveland Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert via a bitter comic letter to fans. Yet, as much as Gilbert's letter soured feelings between him and James, LeBron still resigned with the Cavaliers 4 years later, leading them to an NBA championship and mending his relationship with the fan base. Bill Simmons also wrote up some angry and, in the eyes of Rich Paul, racially charged words about LeBron James, an amazing basketball player, following his decision to take his talents to South Beach. Unlike Gilbert, LeBron's camp has not associated with Simmons ever since. And my family, here's what Bill Simmons said at the time, my family, about LeBron James. He said, and I quote, "I blame the people around him. I blame the lack of a father figure in his life." My family, he said that about an amazing black basketball player. Do you think he would ever have said such a thing about any white player? He did that to an amazing black basketball player, LeBron James, King James. My family, and now he's gone on a rant once again against Harry and Meghan. He's gone on a rant against Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And my family, I see some trolls being so happy about his rants about Harry and Meghan, him insulting Harry and Meghan. Someone who speaks in the manner Bill Simmons speaks shows more about himself than it does about Harry and Meghan. It tells us more about him. It makes us go and do a research about his life because there must be a problem. Something is wrong with him. My family. And clearly, based on my research, this person ain't a good person. In the words of Rich Paul, he blames him for using racially charged words towards an amazing basketball player, LeBron James. My family. And now he's attacking Harry and Meghan. That is what he's doing. It is sickening and just so disgusting. Sickening and very much disgusting what is happening right now. My family, allow me to read you some comments online from people who are condemning this behavior from Bill Simmons. Now, someone said that no reputable newspaper would publish an article where a man verbally abuses Meghan Markle and Prince Harry for literally doing nothing wrong. Even Prince Andrew, a man accused of sex abuse, has never been insulted in the manner Harry and Meghan are constantly being insulted and abused. With a link to a Daily Mail article, my family, of Bill Simmons' abuse of Meghan and Prince Harry. And indeed, it's very true, my family. And don't forget, Meghan and Harry, the only thing they have done is simply refuse to take abuse. Flee a country whereby they're being abused every day. Meghan was being targeted with the racist abuse every day. In the words of Harry, in episode 1 of the Harry and Meghan documentary, hate was being stirred up against his wife and son. And they chose to share their own story. And they exposed their abusers. That's what Harry and Meghan have done. And my family, exposing your abusers is not a crime. Speaking about the abuse you have gone through is not a crime. If you are a victim of abuse, please speak up and don't keep quiet. My family, allow me to read more comments on this, my family. And I quote, someone said that he's a loser. He's mad that the company he works for could not keep Harry and Meghan. WME is representing Meghan, so they are looking out for her best interests. And clearly, Meghan's best interest was not staying in Spotify. A better deal somewhere else, better money, more control of your content, not forced to be exclusive to Spotify. And clearly, that's why Bill Simmons is pissed. My family, let me tell them this. Let me tell Bill Simmons and anyone else this, my family. Harry and Meghan are not anybody's property. Harry and Meghan are free to chart a course of their life that they want to do. Anything they want to do, they are free to do as they please. Harry and Meghan are free to do as they please. My family, I just had to say that. My family, and no one can control Harry and Meghan. No one can tell Harry and Meghan what to do. I feel like that's the problem. You know, some people try to shove their own views onto Harry and Meghan. And then Harry and Meghan, you know, placing boundaries in their lives clearly is too much for some people. For the tabloids, for Bill Simmons, it's too much when they see Harry and Meghan place boundaries in their life. In their lives, my family. In their lives. You know? And my family, in this life, if someone is toxic to you, don't have them in your life. Keep your distance from anyone who is toxic. And clearly, those who are abusive, those who are toxic, will prove to the entire world exactly why you left. Those who are abusive, those who are toxic, will tell the entire world exactly why you left. Will show the entire world the reason as to why you left. Without you even needing to do anything, my family. My family, you know, I saw this series on Netflix. I think it was The Maid, my family. That, I think, is what it's called, my family, if I'm not wrong. And my family, in that series, there was this woman who escaped her abusive, you know, ex-boyfriend. Her abusive boyfriend, my family, at the time. That woman escaped her abusive boyfriend. And then she left. And later on, my family, that person, that abusive boyfriend was dumped, went looking for that woman. They had a child together. And then she was telling that woman, hey, look, I've changed. I'm a different person. I'm not the same person. I'll never ever hit you again. I'll never harm you again. I'll never do anything to hurt you ever again. You know? One of the reasons why she left that boyfriend because that boyfriend was being abusive towards her. So she escaped. And she left. She left that guy. And then that guy slowly crept back into her life. Did one or two good things for her. That's what that person did. And then that woman took the guy back, hoping that this guy has changed. You know, look at what this guy has done for our daughter. Clearly, he's changed. Look, he doesn't drink anymore. He's changed. So he went back to that boyfriend. And my family, when she went back, they had one argument. One argument, my family. One argument. And then that person turned into that violent person he has always been. After just one argument, he became violent. He became abusive towards the mother of his children in front of his own child. My family, what am I trying to tell you with this, my family? I'm saying that abusers will always be abusers. And they'll always be angry with you because you've chosen to go someplace that is much, much better, a better place where you can be happy. They want you around them in a place whereby they can be able to abuse you, control you. That's what they want. If you ever make the mistake of going back to an abuser, the only thing you can expect is abuse. That's what you can expect if you go back to your abuser. You can expect abuse, my family. That's what you can basically expect, my family. And my family, I'm saying this, my family, because we have seen what the tabloids have been doing and continue to even do to this day. They keep harassing Harry and Meghan. They keep somehow hoping that Harry is going to come back to the UK, leave Meghan and his kids and come back to the UK. A place whereby, my family, the tabloid media, he blamed the tabloid media for the loss of his mother. He blames the tabloids for the loss of his unborn child with Meghan. But somehow, you're having the so-called royal experts, the tabloids, wanting Harry back alone. My family, abusers will always want you back, not because they miss you, but because they miss abusing you. They want you back in their circle of control, where they can be able to control you, my family. And one thing that hurts the tabloids so much is that they can't control Prince Harry. One thing that hurts Bill Simmons so much right now is that Harry and Meghan clearly have gotten the better deal and they're moving on to a different platform, and that is what hurts him. It hurts Bill Simmons that Harry and Meghan have gotten a better deal on a different platform and they can't control royals like Harry and Meghan. That is what hurts them so much. My family, they are so hurt that even tabloids right now, my family, they're like counting. After Harry and Meghan, their deal with Spotify ended, you have UK tabloid media counting, how will Harry and Meghan be able to pay their home, pay their bills? How will they be able to pay their bills? That's coming from the UK tabloids. That language is coming from the UK media. My family, one thing that they believe in their minds is that somehow if Harry and Meghan fail in the US, somehow Harry will be forced to come back with a tail between his legs. Actually, that's what they've said, my family. That Harry will come back with a tail between his legs and then beg Charles and William for money. And that is what they want. And when that happens, they can have that control of Harry back. They can be able to control Harry. Get Harry to drop his cases against UK tabloids. Get to control the Spare and finally ruin the Spare once and for all. That is what they want to achieve. But my family, they'll not be able to achieve that, my family. They'll not be able to get that. They'll not be able to destroy Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, my family. They will not be able to do that, my family. Harry and Meghan are not coming back. And for those who have read the statement released, you can hear, my family, that Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Meghan's active podcast, my family, is going to a different platform. That's very, very clear. But yet, UK tabloids don't want to talk about that. They want to tell the readers, oh look, Harry and Meghan are failing. Somehow that is what gets the click so much, my fam, because that is what they promised their viewers and their readers, that Harry and Meghan would fail and that Harry will be forced to come back with a tail between his legs to beg for money from Charles and William. That is what they want. That is the scenario they want. As a matter of fact, when Harry and Meghan stepped back as senior members of the royal family, the tabloid created some, cartoon caricatures of Harry and Meghan, with Harry going to beg for money outside Buckingham Palace. That is what they wanted. That is what they want to achieve with Harry and Meghan. That's what they want to tell the readers. Oh, look, Harry and Meghan are failing right now. What are they going to do next? That is what they want. My family. But guess what? No matter what they do, they'll not be able to break Harry and Meghan. And Harry and Meghan will not fail. Meghan is working behind the scenes. And my family, they're scared about that because they know Meghan is working behind the scenes. And there is no way Meghan is ever coming back to put up with their abuse ever again. Never ever again. My family. However, they hope Harry will come back. It's important to note that. They hope that Harry will come back. My family, it's high time they accept that Harry and Meghan will not come back. It's high time they accept and understand that. Harry and Meghan left the UK, fled the UK, and they ain't coming back to do interviews with those who abuse them, to wine and dine with Daily Fail and the so-called role experts. My family, Harry and Meghan won't play that game. My family, allow me to read more comments on this, my family. Someone said that what Bill Simmons fails to mention is their contract with Spotify ended. And they decided not to renew their contract. It's all perfectly legal. Harry and Meghan did nothing wrong. If Harry and Meghan did something wrong, if Harry and Meghan violated their agreement, guess what? They sued them for failing to perform the obligations under the contract. But Harry and Meghan are not being sued. This is someone who's just bitter and upset that Harry and Meghan have gotten a deal elsewhere on a different platform. The Meghan's podcast is moving to a different platform, and that Harry will not hear the opinions of Bill Simmons. My family. That's clearly why Bill Simmons is upset. My family, someone said that it's completely unprofessional for a senior member of Spotify staff to openly abuse company business partners. This could have a negative impact on the company's reputation, where other potential business partners decide not to work with them and them losing customers. Indeed, very, very true. My family, indeed, very, very true. My family. And Bill Simmons is just bitter that they can't control Harry and Meghan. And that Harry and Meghan got a better deal elsewhere. Well, let him keep being better. My family, someone said this very, very important comment, and I quote, "One of the hardest things about building in silence is the noise you have to block out. The noise of your own emotions and ego. as well as the noise of well-meaning friends. The temptation to justify and explain why your busy hands seem empty is strong. But one day, the results will speak. Indeed, my family, very, very true, my family. One day, the results will speak for themselves. And my family, just be patient. When it's announced, the platform that Meghan is now working with, this different platform that Meghan is now working with, when it's announced, you will see the UK media going ballistic. How dare you sign with this platform? How could you, Harry and Meghan? How could you? How could you? My family, mark my words. Wait for that, because it is coming. And remember, this day is coming. Every time Harry and Meghan have signed any lucrative business deal, the tabloids have gone up in arms. First, it was Netflix. Then it was Spotify. And clearly, my family, Harry and Meghan, have signed with a different platform. We just don't know which one. When we find out, wait for that reaction. Because my family, once again, you'll see bitterness. Bitterness that Harry and Meghan have signed with a different platform and they're making good money. Make no mistake, it is coming. Be patient, because it is coming, my family. You know, don't forget that it is coming. My family, and I just can't wait to see them crying and being angry when it's announced which platform Harry and Meghan have now signed with. My family, someone that Bill Simmons would not be so angry if Spotify chose to let them go. With new representation, I think the exclusive deal was limiting, and I think Spotify had distribution rights over it. We should just ignore the noise. Indeed, my family, indeed. I can't wait to see what new platform Harry and Meghan have signed with. I cannot wait. And my family, even someone that they really lose their minds if they can't control us. Indeed, they lose their minds when they can't control Harry and Meghan. First, the tabloid media. Now, Bill Simmons. You know, he gave Harry a podcast idea, which clearly Harry did not care to take. Because my family, he knew which character this person has. And my family, if they can't control Harry and Meghan, how do they respond? With abuse. We saw the same thing about Prince William. When he saw he could not turn Harry against Meghan, what did he do? He responded by being violent towards Harry. He physically assaulted Harry. My family, that tells us more about William, about who he is. This abuse from Bill Simmons, it tells us more about who Bill Simmons is. Make no mistake about that, my family. And my family, I can't wait to see what Harry and Meghan have in store for us, because I believe great things are coming. Great things are coming, and I cannot wait. My family, and with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Petana, and Dora Laglan. And all of you members, the squad at home, hate never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever, my family. Now, tell me what you think about what we've just discussed. Kindly, I'd like to please kindly hear your opinion. It's clear to me that WME got Harry and Meghan a better deal on a different platform. And someone is upset about that. Let them keep being upset while Harry and Meghan continue to thrive. My family, stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hate never wins, love wins. And stay tuned to our next video, my family. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel, I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of the Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.